Hey guys, I am here to talk about toddlers today. Yes, toddlers. And let me tell you guys, toddlers learn through so many methods and various methods of engaging their senses, you guys, and just truly encouraging exploration. And I want to talk about what senses are. When I'm talking and speaking about senses, you guys, with toddlers and even the older kiddos, but mainly toddlers today, I'm talking about toddlers using their eyes to see. I'm talking about toddlers using their nose to smell. I'm talking about toddlers using their mouth to taste. I'm talking about toddlers using their ears to listen. When mommy says stop, stop, that means stop, right? So we have to allow toddlers to explore and learn and also use their tactile senses and feel, touch and feel, to make sure that they're safe and they're able to explore life and navigate the world. And toddlers, you guys, I'm telling you, I'm here to share 10 ways that they can learn. And parents, as most of you guys know, I am a principal. Well, those of you guys that subscribe to my channel, I'm a principal of a preschool through grade 5 school. And education starts at home. It starts at home. Before they even get to school, there are some basic and foundational skills that they should know. School does teach everything they should know, but I'm telling you, parents, give your kiddo the edge and make them and prepare them to be better than just average. Because now, you guys, people that are average, they struggle. They just struggle. And so we're trying to prepare our kiddos to be 21st century ready, to have those college and career ready skills. And I'm telling you, it starts in the womb, it starts at home, and then it extends it to the school. So help us out, parents. If you do have a toddler, thank you so much for just tuning into my channel today, because I really wanted to touch base on this. My friend and I were actually having a discussion because she has like a 3 and a 5-year-old and a newborn, but she plays songs and really, reads to the little one. And I just thought that was so cool. So I want to do a post about toddlers today. So once again, parents, here are 10 ways that toddlers can learn. Toddlers learn, you guys, through play. And play is just fundamental. It's just a fundamental way, you guys, that just toddlers learn. And through imagination and constructive play, they're able to explore their environments. They're able to develop problem-solving skills, which is key. Toddlers are used to being at home around family, but when they get around other students, you guys, whew, their problem-solving skills, they're just non-existent. That's why they go to push, spit, tantrum. They're not trained on how to actually problem solve or lose, and so or have to share. So parents, please, if you get the chance, please play with your child. Allow them to win some games, lose some games, teach them how to appropriately disagree. If they want to go and get ice cream and you say no ice cream, you have to have, I don't know, Raspado, right? Whatever you say they have to have. It's okay. Set them up for failure sometime, parents, because life is hard. It's not always going to be win, 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 win. So when students lose or they have to be confronted with something that is of contrary to what they want, those problem-solving skills have to be evident, because I'm telling you, it's a struggle. So please, parents, continue to play with your kiddo and your toddler because it matters. My second one, you guys, is just imitation. Toddlers learn by simply watching and imitating adults and peers. Now, parents, I want you guys to know that this does help them acquire, new skills and behaviors, but this is very important. Toddlers are watching. They are listening. So a lot of the things that parents do, they bring it to school. Good and bad. So when they are imitating you, parents, please try your best when it's in front of them. Try to make it productive. Try to make it positive, because I'm telling you guys, even though our school starts at 2 years and 8 months, a lot of the kids are bringing these replicated and imitated behaviors to school, and it is not appropriate. So please, parents, just know those littles, they are watching and they are listening. And if you have older ones, they even listen when you're whispering. So be cautious, parents. But toddlers, they're looking up to you guys. So please make sure that when you guys are doing and allowing them to imitate you, that it's good, safe, fun, and we want to protect our toddlers as much as we can, you guys, because life is scary, Number 3 is just hands-on activities. When we talk about hands-on tactile activities, you guys, and experiences, this is very important when it comes to using building blocks or playing with sensory clay, or just helping students have hands-on activities with different tactile items. This truly, you guys, develops their fine motor skills as well as their cognitive development, which is very, very, very important at school. Home smart and school smart, two different things. Sometimes parents think their child is so smart because they can play video games and they can identify the McDonald's arches. That does not make them school smart. So please work with your school, you guys. Make sure that your toddler is reaching all their milestones. Milestones are very, very important. So make sure you guys, when it comes to cognitive development and motor skills, talk to your school, reach out to the teacher, get a feel for how your child is behaving at the school zone, in the school environment, in the classroom. Remember, home and school, they are an extension of one another, but they are completely different environments. So hands-on activities, you guys, matter. And parents, thank you for making sure you implement those, because motor skills and cognitive ability, super important when it comes to school. Not just preschool through 5th grade, but I'm talking all the way to 12th grade and even college. Cognitive ability is key. It can get you in some of the top colleges and universities ever. Next up, storytelling. Storytelling, you guys, like my friend was just sharing with me the other day, she started talking to her little one while in the womb, listening to classical music, beautiful piano sounds, ocean sounds. So not only does it start in the womb, you guys, toddlers really benefit from listening to stories, and they really they get to listen, and it really helps to develop their speech, their language, their comprehension, and then develop a love for reading. As you guys know, school is all about reading. Even if you're doing math calculation skills, there are so many word problems in the book, you guys, that those count. When it comes to SBAC tests that some of our students have to take, at our school, it's 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, and middle school also has it, and high school has it as well for certain grades. I'm telling you, problem solving and being able to read, you guys, is key. Now, when students first start school, and like I said, 2 years and 8 months is when our preschool starts. You guys get the kiddos in early. Toddlers are going to learn to read, but at some point in their educational career, you guys, they are no longer learning to read. It is expected that they read to learn, and that means comprehension. When they read, are they able to regurgitate and retell what they just read? Some students read super fast, but guess what? Can't retell that information. So they have very low comprehension scores. It's great they can read, but they're not able to tell you what it's about. And that really will hurt them, you guys, throughout their educational career. So storytelling, parents, whether you're telling the story, whether you're letting them listen to a book on tape, whether you're reading the book or having an older sibling read the book for 15, 10 minutes, whatever their attention span will allow, please, parents, allow storytelling. And I really appreciate this, you guys, because it truly shows when the kiddos start school, we can tell which kiddos have school experience and which ones don't. And like I said, parents, please don't wait. Please don't wait for education to do all the work when they start kinder at 5, because they're probably going to be behind. So please, parents, please make sure you're doing all of these strategies, because it truly helps when they get into the educational sector. My next one is music and movement. You guys singing songs, dancing, playing musical instruments. Doesn't matter about the sound. It's just about them doing it, right? You want to enhance their auditory skills and also encourage their physical condition of just dancing and moving and just, I guess my little paper, I have a little poster right here, sorry. Dancing and moving and just encouraging self-efficacy and getting them moving and understanding that movement is about where your body takes you. Don't worry about anybody else. Have that courage, have that grit to just want to do better and get jiggy with the music, you guys. It's okay. And I love that when kids have courage to get on the dance floor, because you guys, I'm telling you, it's very scary to have that bravery. But toddlers, when you encourage them, I want them to move. Have that self-efficacy that's so high that you don't care who's around, because you're having a blast, right? So have them explore, you guys, through music. Next one is outdoor exploration. I know we are in the day and age of video games and TVs and cell phones. Toddlers, you guys, do not need to be on cell phones. I know it's a quick fix to keep them busy, but parents, please allow them to go outside, because I'm telling you, being able to observe the nature, engage with different textures, and just develop their sensory awareness is super key when it comes to the educational system. So please allow them to, even if you set up a tent in the backyard, let them have some fun in the tent in the backyard. Just keep an eye on them, because it will pay off, I promise you. Another characteristic that I think that toddlers learn by is by social interaction. toddlers need to be exposed to someone other than just people in the household. So interacting with peers, interacting with relatives, it really helps you guys just to truly develop their social skills, empathy, being able to communicate with other people, disagree appropriately. So social interactions, you guys, is super important because when they get to school, they're in a mass group of students, and usually kinder is about 25 to 28 students, and it's a big difference from interacting with one or two siblings or three cousins on a play date. So social interactions, very important. Get them started in sports early. I played college sports. My parents started us all three early, and it all paid off. I went to school for free, but I got started super early. So toddlers, you guys, they can play sports. They can get exposed to great social interactions and outdoor exploration, but it requires parent support. So parents, please get your kiddos outside and also allow them to practice their social interactions of just mixing with other people. It is not easy. You guys know, even as adults, it is not easy mixing and having social interactions with other people, but why not start them early? So when they have to work with the group, school is a lot. It's a lot about group work and collaboration and dialoguing with others, and also agreeing with others when you really don't agree. And sometimes the majority rules. And so how do you handle that? And we want to make sure that our toddlers are aware. Next up, we want to make sure parents that they have problem solving activities and simple puzzles, just simple puzzles. It could be 10 pieces, right? We want to have games that are at their level of simplicity, but also encourage critical thinking. Now with apps like ChatGPT, there's really no need to think critically, you guys, but a lot of the educational material still requires students to think critically, where you can't just take out a phone or a computer and put everything in ChatGPT because you'd be stuck. So really, we have to continue to allow our children and develop and help them develop into critical thinkers, because it's important to have perseverance as a toddler. You don't want a toddler to quit every time things get difficult, right? And so we have to teach them to truly overcome their challenges, which is really hard, you guys, as a toddler. But parents, I promise you, if you practice from the time they're toddler to school age, they will be so much more prepared when it comes to overcoming challenges, pushing through and having grit when it comes to barriers. It will help your child tremendously. I promise you, I've been in education since 2002. And like you guys know, I've been an administrator for 10 years at the same school. I promise you, parents, allowing them problem solving activities and puzzles and setting them up for challenges and making them push through will only help them in life, not just K through 5, but 6 through 8, as well as middle and college. You guys know we can't always have it our way. You win some, you lose some. Next up, routine and repetition. So important, parents, for toddlers to have a routine as well as repetition. And why this is important, you guys, it's kind of like our day. We feel secure when we have a routine and we're able to have that consistency and that repetition of what is expected. That is very, very important. And we want to make sure that the toddlers understand, you guys, the concept of time, right? While also repetition helps to kind of reinforce learning. That's our whole goal. So when it comes to routine and repetition, parents, it is important. Sometimes it's also helpful to break a routine. So that way, like, let's just say they're so used to their teacher being in the classroom and the teacher's out. And you guys know, in case you don't know, any parents that are out there that are sub teachers or guest teachers, you know what it's like to be a sub in a classroom. Kids think it's party time. And so sometimes when there's a sub, you guys, you want to teach them. You're not going to always have your teacher, honey. This is what's going to happen. You're going to have a guest teacher come in your classroom. They're going to take over. They're going to deliver the lesson as if they're the teacher, because that's what your teacher tells them or told them to do. So you want to teach your child, yes, routines and expectations and repetition is key. But sometimes those routines and repetition, cycles of repetition are easily broken, especially when it comes to having a sub teacher, a guest teacher, because teachers have to take off too. They get sick, they have children, they have to take care of their parents. So yes, sometimes break the cycle of repetition, but also encourage that. And last but not least, you guys, is just sensory play. We do a lot of this at school in our wellness room, and our school counselor, who's phenomenal, does this as well. Just really, you guys, activities that kind of involve different senses. And so like sand and water and sensory bins and items in the bins, and just really, we want to be able to stimulate cognitive growth and cognitive development, you guys, because this is one way to really have children and toddlers be creative. And we want to make sure that, it's okay to be creative. It's okay to mess up. Everything's not going to be perfect. Yeah, your flower doesn't look like a sunflower. It's okay. It looks like a rose. No problem. So just teaching that creativity and that courage That's very, very important for a toddler, you guys. And I just want to share some of these methods with you guys. And I hope that the 10 methods that I've shared today truly help you guys as parents just create a rich learning environment that really supports toddlers and just their overall growth, you guys, and development, not just as toddlers, but as our future students and future adults of America and working class of America. And it's very important to start early. So parents, thank you guys so much for listening to me today. This is my first post on, ways in which toddlers learn. And I hope that something that I shared today really resonates with you guys, because I did take some time to really think about ways in which I've noticed toddlers learn, and things that I've heard from my friends about how their kids learn. So hopefully some of the things that I've shared today and the ways in which toddlers learn really takes takes an essential piece of your heart, and you want to run and I guess implement some action with that today, tomorrow, whenever. So toddlers, you guys, they have their senses. They have their eyes, their nose, their mouths, their noses, their hands to feel. So parents, put all those senses to use. Allow them to be independent learners. Allow them to problem solve. Allow them to push through and have their grit and resilience, and also be creative at the same time. So that way their self-efficacy is so strong. The belief in self is so strong that no matter how their picture turns out, it's okay. No matter if they lost, it's okay. No matter if someone says you're ugly, it's okay. It's not okay, but it's okay. They're not going to go and do anything crazy, right? So having that self-efficacy is what we're trying to build, and it starts early. It starts early. So parents, thank you again. I really appreciate you for listening to this post for 16 minutes and 45 seconds. Going to be 17 seconds by the time I click off. But thank you so much. Nikki Ono signing out, and have a great day, everybody. Take care.